30,000 feet, what goes to sit, 30,000 seats, had to get out of reach, to know nothing's out of reach. Mama said she was proud of me, man, and I believe that we all come with wings, and we all come in peace, and we all come to be forever, forever, and ever.
I believe we all come with wings, we all come in peace, we all come to be forever and ever and ever and ever. I believe we all come with wings, we all come in peace, we all come to be forever and ever and ever and ever.
ADT, they lock doors. APC, I cop more. I know I gotta pray to God more. My vision getting tainted a lot more. Face of magazine pages a lot more. And I can see it in their face a lot more. I know that I've been drinking a lot more. Savion Blanc, I think I faded a lot more. Me and Josh Rocky about boy. You talk about hits, you talk about this, you talk about mine, let's talk about yours. No, I'm at the top of your list. Let's talk about grind, let's talk about time. See, I won't be fine till top is off floor. If you can't top this, then please don't talk. Let's change the topic, cause I am not for it. 30,000 feet. Now that's real high. Really when you peer outside, it's what you feel inside. The whole career's a facade. Can't even look me in my eyes. Got a head full of steam and a heart full of pride. And I came in the game with a veil like a bride. I'm the one with the stripes, old penny. In my lifetime, there's only been one Whitney, one Daryl, one DeWan, and one Denny. 3 Michaels, 1 Barry, and 1 Griffin. New edition, Bob Mike, Ron Ricky. Ground floor and low sport top, a cop thrifting. With the ends low, that's the low end. 3 young James finna blow. Yo, kid, let me when the going gets tough and the tough gets going and your eyes start flowing and your heart gets weary and your days turn to months and your months turn yearly and the years go by and the hills have by trying to kill my vibe or y'all gon' kill me. Either way I live on, either soul and song, cause I'm still holding on to it. Y'all won't give me, can't stop, won't stop, no God gon' hear me. Cause I wrote it. 30,000 feet.
I can't hear a thing. All I see is blue, but I feel everything. All I see is blue. I can't hear a thing. All I see is blue, but I feel everything. I believe we all come with wings, we all come in peace, we all come to be forever and ever and ever and ever. I believe we all come with wings, we all come in peace, we all come to be forever and ever and ever and ever.
I wrote it at 30,000 feet. What goes to sit, 30,000 seats. Had to get out of reach, to know nothing's out of reach. Mama said she was proud of me, man, and I believe that we all come with wings, and we all come in peace, and we all come to be forever, forever, and ever.
I believe we all come with wings, we all come in peace, we all come to be forever and ever and ever and ever. I believe we all come with wings, we all come in peace, we all come to be forever and ever and ever and ever.
ADT, they lock doors. APC, I cop more. I know I gotta pray to God more. My vision getting tainted a lot more. Face of magazine pages a lot more. And I can see it in their face a lot more. I know that I've been drinking a lot more. Savion Blanc, I think I faded a lot more. Me and Josh Rocky about boy. You talk about hits, you talk about this, you talk about mine, let's talk about yours. No, I'm at the top of your list. Let's talk about grind, let's talk about time. See, I won't be fine till top is off floor. If you can't top this, then please don't talk. Let's change the topic, cause I am not for it. 30,000 feet. Now that's real high. Really when you peer outside, it's what you feel inside. The whole career's a facade. Can't even look me in my eyes. Got a head full of steam and a heart full of pride. And I came in the game with a veil like a bride. I'm the one with the stripes, old penny. In my lifetime, there's only been
Mad church disease. a channel that's all about current events, news, and Christian drama. A channel that's dedicated to our forgotten brothers and sisters throughout the ages. Our brothers and sisters who courageously stepped outside the safe bounds of institutional Christianity to tell the truth. A channel whose goal is to help the average person understand that Jesus plus nothing is everything. So, like, comment, subscribe, and smash the notifications button to be a part of this channel.
Hopefully y'all can hear me. Okay, so it looks like y'all gonna be able to hear me. Okay, if you can hear me, make sure you put a 1 in the chat. Let me see if I can get myself on the screen here. I don't know what's going on with my my background. Let's see, video. Okay. I don't know what's going on with this background today. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. This stuff. All right, hold on. Let me take my other thing. I might have to do it with this crazy green background. Hold on. Yeah, because for some reason it's not showing my background. Let me see if I can fix it. I don't know if it's gonna fix it or not. Oh wow, that must be a computer glitch, because that definitely isn't me today. Well, anyway, here I am. Let's see here. Hey everybody, thank you so very much for joining me on the Mad Church Disease. Okay. I don't know what the heck's going on with that. Let me get out of that. I don't know what's going on with that. That's very, very weird. That's the first time this has ever happened. And now I'm frozen. I see I'm frozen. Oh, Jesus, what is going on here? All right. I don't know what's going on with this darn thing. Whatever it is. Somebody just don't want me to talk today. I don't know why I'm getting so many messages. That is so weird. Yeah, well, St. James, I ain't even using StreamYard. I use a different program, but normally it doesn't give me this problem, but I got a couple of things hooked up to it, and I don't know if this is what's giving me the trouble today. But I'm gonna carry on anyhow in Jesus' name. I'm gonna go right on by my business. Hey everybody, shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm trying something new this week. Let me see if I can bring up my chat here. And hopefully y'all can see me. Here's the funny thing. It's not showing the camera. There's always some old technical difficulty mess. All right, I don't know what's going on with this darn camera. Hold on one second. Let me do something. Let me try something else because this is frustrating. Oh. I'm sorry, guys, for taking so long. This is crazy. But anyway, hey, I got a green screen behind me today. So I don't know what's going on with that, but we'll deal with it anyway. We shall press our way on through. Shout out to all of you. I know somebody said I'm frozen. Okay, well, hopefully that I corrected that. What up, Moni No Love? What up, Betty Yellick? What's up, Hadessa Israel? I hope I said your name right. What's up, Debbie? Good to see you guys in here. Hey. All right. What's up? Hey, Betty. I don't know if I said hello to Betty Yellick. What's up, Uncle Fred? Let's see here. Chris Wilson, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. If I'm still frozen, y'all work on that. I don't know why I'm frozen. If I am frozen, it is what it is. I don't know what's going on. Oh yeah, I know. Unchained Faith, I'm doing the best I can. Yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff going out there. But I'm gonna do my best. Yeah, I'm sure it's somebody's scheme. Listen, I just decided that I wanted to come on this week and do a little bit more lives, and I'm trying to test it out. Shout out to all of you that are watching right now. Good Lord, I didn't know that there would be almost 100 of you guys here watching me right now, so I'm really grateful for that. So thank you, because I'm just testing out some stuff today. And I wanted to talk to you guys about a couple of things and get some things off my chest, because y'all know I always got something that's brewing in my mind and on my heart, etc. But shout out to all y'all. Somebody said I came to see if First Lady is okay. I don't know if she okay. That's the problem. We don't know if she okay. That's the issue. But we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna get into it here in a second here. But shout out to all of you that are here in the chat. Where do I want to start? Let's see if I can start with that way I can get it off my chest. Let me cue this up so I can share my screen here. Oh, I don't even know what that is. Okay, I got to see what that is. I'm just testing. I'm about to test out some stuff too this week. I got so much stuff on this thing. Oh, is it gonna let me share? Okay, there we go. And it's flickering, I see. All right, hold on. I'll be with y'all in a second. Show on the screen here. All right. Can y'all see this idiot? And I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about Donald Trump. Can y'all see Donald? Goody. Hopefully y'all can. All right. So many people know. If you didn't know, back in when I was in North Carolina, when I was in school, I used to be able to get out of school early when I was going to Mount Tabor. And I used to be able to go to the radio station, and I had like this political segment that they would bring like a high school student on, and I was able to talk about politics, etc. And that's what somewhat gave me a passion for politics and let me really enjoy speaking about political things and all of that kind of stuff, right? And so over these last couple of years, though, I have just become, I don't know if it's because of the Donald Trump era, but I have just come to just detest the political, the whole, what do you call it, machine, the political machine. The political machine is one of these things that has really gotten on my nerves and really kind of ticked me off. Okay. I'm just not really into the political machine like I used to be. But I don't know if you guys know it or not, but a lot of the people that have did that January 6th stuff, that was messing with the machines and was doing all of this stuff, a lot of these people are going to jail. I'm not sure if you guys know that. They just sent a 68-year-old woman to jail for fooling around with this Donald Trump stuff. And I wanted to, and I'm going to use it in fair use. And I wanted to show you guys something here, but just for the sake of the conversation, I got to show you guys this because I want you guys to see this. And let me go over here and pull it up. And while I'm pulling this up, and I should have pulled it up already, I had it already ready. But they just sent this 68-year-old lady, and I don't know if you guys are aware of it or not. They sent this lady to jail. Let me go over here and let me pull it up so you guys can see it. Let me see here. Let me go law. Okay, let me show y'all something. I don't know if this is even going to work. Let's see here. Top news. You know, and they're even changing the look of a lot of these channels on YouTube. And so sometimes it's hard to even navigate your way around because they done changed everything. So let me go here. Law and crime. And by the way, if you guys didn't know, I'm always into a lot of these court cases and a lot of this stuff that's going on. But I want to show you guys this, and y'all pardon me for not being totally 1000% ready for y'all today. But in the meantime, we're going to get it done anyway. Let me see. I might have to go into my history and pull it up. Let me go into my history because I was just watching this stuff. Let me go into my history. All right, hold on. Here we go. Talk amongst yourselves for just a second. They just sent this lady to jail. Okay, so it's not there. Let me go here. This is what happens when you have too many YouTube accounts too, by the way. Let me go over here and grab this. Let me stop sharing that. I want to show y'all something. Indeed. Y'all not going to believe this. Wait till I show y'all this. And I'm using this under the fair use situation, so don't nobody come after me. I got to show y'all this video. And y'all got to see this. Here it is. God, why does it take so long to find stuff? Is that the right video? Yeah, here it is. And I might have to put on my headphones But y'all get ready. Let me share this. I'm gonna share my screen with y'all one more time. Screen. We're gonna share. Well, you got to share what? We got to share the tab. Oh God, this stuff is so crazy. They make this stuff so difficult nowadays. Okay, can y'all see this? Hopefully you can. I'm gonna have to put on my headphones. All right, here, you guys. Let's take a listen to this right here, and hopefully you guys will be able to hear it. But this lady, Tina Peters, they sentenced her to 9 years in jail. This is one of these Trump ladies, and we're going to use this for fair use, and we're going to watch this together, and I might have to speed through it. But y'all check this out.
Enter judgment of conviction consistent with the jury's verdicts as to counts 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, and 10.
Okay.
As it relates to fines, fees, and costs, a $2,000 fine will be ordered as to counts 1, 2, 4, 6. As to counts 8, the maximum fine will be imposed. Counts 9 and 10, $1,000 fines will be imposed. You retain the right to ask me to reconsider any sentence I impose under Rule 35B. You have the right to appeal any sentence I impose if you want to end the judgments of conviction. If you wish to do that, you need to do it within 49 days of today's date. The protection orders will remain in place during the life of this sentence. Conditions 6 and 7 are vacated. However, you can ask your lawyer what that means. If you are ever sentenced or...
I want to just tell you I'm going to speed it up. This lady's 60-something years old, and this man just sent her to jail for 9 years, which means this lady will be, what, 80-something if she gets out of jail. This is hilarious to me. What's up, yours truly? And I wanted to show you the other part of the video because she kind of got, there's another scene where she just got indignant with the judge, and it was kind of weird. But
today's
let me see
sentence
something.
to the argument is that back on, I believe, June 20, vested of jurisdiction to the people who sit in that chair suffer, generally speaking, immeasurable trauma. In arguing why I should impose a particular sentence, I also must ensure that the sentences I impose are consistent among offenders similarly situated, but I must also impose a sentence that is designed to meet Ms. Peters' unique needs. Here, the defense has, and Ms. Peters in particular, has remained quite defiant, which is her right, but certainly not helpful.
And what he means by defiant, when she got her opportunity to speak to the judge, and I'm gonna stop sharing this just for a second because I gotta find the other video, the better one. When it got her time to talk to the judge, this chick was so rude, this lady, and so privileged that she just thought she could say whatever she wanted to say to the judge, etc., and that the judge was supposed to just take whatever this lady said. And she was really indignant. And I wanted to find the other video because, oh, here it is. Boom. Of course, this is the video. Yeah, let's watch this one. This is the one I wanted. Let's watch this one. This is the one I wanted. Okay, and we're gonna sit back and watch this together, and I'm gonna give some commentary to this. Now, Law and Crime, don't hit me with no copyright strike because this is fair use, and I'm trying to just share it so people can see this. This is on this particular Law and Crime channel, but y'all got to see this. This is hilarious. Okay, here we go. Watch this. This is crazy if you haven't seen this.
Practicing attorney for going on 2 decades. And have represented many, many, many people, too many to count, in criminal court. And I'm getting ready to show you a case where I'm telling you, you should never do what this woman did during her sentencing. Never. If you find yourself in the unfortunate position of having to stand before a judge during sentencing, never, ever do what this lady did. Now, this is a fascinating story. It's a sad story of a 68-year-old woman
Moni, I'm laughing.
receiving a long prison sentence.
I can't even stop.
68 years old. She brought it completely upon herself, both inside and outside the courtroom. Now, we'll get into this and explain to you what I'm talking about. Okay, so before we get into this, please go over to Amazon.com, grab a copy of my book, Education and Justice, so that you'll have a tool in your possession on how you can help your African-American son come through public schools and get the very best.
Shout out to the Defiant Lawyers Network. That's what channel this was actually on. I thought it was a law and crime. Shout out to the Defiant Lawyers Network. But check this out. You guys can grab this book. And he goes into a little bit and tells you and explains to you, this is the lady who pretty much gets to stand before the judge, and because they was fooling around with the election machines and doing all of this stuff. Well, she gets an opportunity to stand before the judge and actually speak before, of course, sentencing. And here is what this entitled stupid lady did. This is exactly what she did. Watch this.
For yourself.
It's the vile accusations and the anger.
She called them vile accusations and anger. Now, y'all need to understand, and the reason why I wanted to talk about this today, because this is huge, and I didn't really pay attention to this part. This lady was one of the county election supervisors who had access to the Dominion machines and could go in there and look at the data. Well, what she actually did in her county, ladies and gentlemen, is she gave people access to the voters' information, like your name, your address, I guess who you were voting for. Like she actually gave these people actual information, to the voters' information. And when I was thinking about this, I was saying, you know what, this Trump thing is a lot deeper than I even had thought about, because what these people have actually done is they went in and took people's private information and actually turned their private information over to other people. So I want you guys to think about this. And then when it became an opportunity for this crazy lady to stand before the judge and give an account for what she had done, she gets in front of the judge and she starts off with, "It is with a heavy heart." And I don't know about you, but when I heard it, when the first time I heard it, I said, that sounds like church splain and church explaining to me. She didn't cuss, but it made no sense what this crazy lady is doing. It absolutely made no sense what she did. And this lawyer broke this thing down so well. This video was done so well. I was like, this is a good video. And so, but let's hear what she said. And then the judge ripped into her tale.
The real story. So let me play this video for you and you'll see for yourself.
It's with a heavy heart that I hear the vile accusations and the anger levied against me for what I did to serve the people of Mesa County. Maintaining my innocence is not disrespect for the law. I respect the jury verdict based on the evidence that they were allowed to hear. There's much that they weren't allowed to hear. All right, I'm going to move along.
So then she goes on to tell them there was a whole bunch of information that the jury was based on the information that you allowed the jury to hear. So she's essentially telling the judge, you didn't let everything come in. Let me just say this. I have watched a lot of court trials, and I watch a lot of court trials, and I understand that there's a cat and mouse game that's being played in the courtroom. And one of the things that I can tell you of a surety, and our system of justice is tremendously flawed. And there is a difference between being in federal court and being in state court. When you're in federal court, there are time limits. So you have a time limit to state your case. You have a time limit for your witnesses. They don't just let you roll on like they doing down there in Fulton County, Georgia with that YSL case, right? You got a certain amount of time. And so this lady had a certain, she had a time to do her case or whatever, because as far as I understand, this was a state case, so she was able to give her case and set her case. But this crazy lady went and just kept going off on the judge and saying crazy stuff to the point to where the judge had to cut her off and to stop her.
But it gets worse. Watch this.
Man,
Sorry?
I'm not going to let you
Okay,
go
that's
on
fine.
about things that are completely irrelevant to the sentence.
This is irrelevant.
No, it's not. I've let you go on enough about this, but the votes are the votes. You still didn't answer the question. If this is my ballot and I put it in the machine, whatever it tabulates is whatever it tabulates.
No, it doesn't. It changes.
You're not letting me finish.
Okay,
whatever
please.
it tabulates is whatever it tabulates. My hand vote, my ballot remains the same. They counted those ballots. Did they not?
I understand what you're saying,
Did
Your
they
Honor.
count the ballots?
No, the ballot images were changed, and that's what the total shows. Okay, I'll move off of this because I can see that I would encourage to read the report number 3.
I've read them, ma'am.
You've read all of them?
I've read those reports. They were given to me at some point, I believe.
Good, good. Well, so you know what I'm saying is true. All right, let me move on. It's not funny. My life is on the line here, Your Honor.
No, you're the one who's making this allegation that, one,
It's
I think
not
it's
an
funny,
allegation.
and two, that I know it's true. You're saying that as if I believe you, and I did not say that.
Okay.
That is why
All
I made the sound, because it's insulting to me for you to just put that in a record in front of all of these people that I believe something to be true.
Okay, and I apologize for that, Your Honor. That wasn't my intent. I do apologize for that. It gets a little fiery when your life is on the line, and I apologize.
And here's what she starts doing. Well, it gets a little fiery when your life is on the line, so I apologize. First of all, she insults the judge. If you guys heard what she says, she says, oh, well, I submitted the documents. Well, the judge says, well, I read all of the documents. She says, oh, did you really? And the judge is like, yeah, I read it. And he says, I'm not going to let you go on with all of this foolishness. So she's still trying to, plead her case. She's saying that when you submitted your ballot, some kind of way, the image changed. And so they automatically just changed the ballot. Now, what she's basing this information on, I have absolutely no idea. But this is how deep this rabbit hole goes in America when it comes to voting and dealing with our voting rights, and this lady giving over this information. It was atrocious to listen at this case and to watch this lady just go down the line with this. But you guys got to keep in mind, she was one of the her name is Tina Peterson, if I'm not mistaken. She was one of the election county officials in her state, and I believe it's either in Colorado or Massachusetts. I done forgot now. My brain is fried. But y'all look it up, because I done put the link in there for you. That way y'all can remember. But she had access to the voter registration. She had access to the documents, and part of the problem here is she. And I don't know why something's frozen again. Lord have mercy. But she had access to all of the documents, and that was part of the problem. Love and happiness. And she pretty much turned over everybody's personal information, and that's the part that really ticked me. Okay, this is crazy. But this lady was defiant, and that's what really killed her. And the judge lit into her tail, and it was just horrible to watch this lady do this. And I just wanted you guys to see this, because this right here is something. When he sentenced her butt, he let her have it, and he held nothing back.
Much, much, much differently. All right. So we're about to hear from the judge and how he was really angry at this point. Watch this.
The defense has, and Ms. Peters in particular, has remained quite defiant, which is her right, but certainly not helpful for her lot today, after your lies are well documented and these convictions are serious. I'm convinced you would do it all over again if you could. You're as defiant as a defendant as this court has ever seen. You don't have those histories of drug and alcohol abuse. There's no lifetime of trauma, not even close to the type of mitigating circumstances I would see from many folks.
See, here he's trying to explain to her that you are this privileged, proud, defiant, arrogant woman. You don't have.
And I have to tell you, for me, when I watched this was the epitome of privilege. I'll put it that way. This is the epitome of a woman who is privileged and who thought that she could do whatever she wanted to. And I told you guys when Donald Trump was president that we were in an age and a time of lies and deception. And we've seen that deception sort of unfold, and it's still unfolding. When we rolled over into 2024, we had a little bit of exposure, but I kind of feel like we're still in a time where people who are allowed to just get away with perpetrating lies and not telling the truth. But I also feel like one of the reasons why people are able to get away with this stuff is we don't say nothing. On our job and in our amongst our places and our friend groups, we just let people say things and we just let people get away with stuff, and we know they're wrong, we know they're lying, and we just let them say the stuff anyway. And this judge got so mad at this woman, but he eventually sends this woman, who is 68 years old, to 9 years in prison. So you just imagine this. She is now going to be yes, totally privileged. She's going to be 69, what, 83, 84 when she get out of there? I don't even know, because when I looked it up, it says she's actually 69. She was born September 11th, 1955. According to this, it says 69. So you were talking 70, 71, 72, 73, 74. 78, 79 years old before she gets out of jail. So to me, it's a possibility this woman's going to die in jail if she doesn't live past that age. And I'm not laughing because I'm laughing at the stupidity of these people to just take people's lives and waste their lives, energy, and time when you could have been doing something way more productive and valuable. But this crazy lady went down this whole thing here. It's ridiculous. Yeah. She would most certainly do it again. She most certainly. Yeah. Yeah, it's most certainly privileged. That's for sure. And this part just really blew me out of the water.
Is not the time for that. So this judge is angry. He's teed. All right, let's go back.
Who sit in that chair? No, to the contrary, Ms. Peters, you are a privileged person. You are as privileged as they come. And you use that privilege to obtain power, a following, and fame. And to be sure, there's no doubt in my mind that is exactly what you wanted, and it defies all sense of common sense to believe when you suggested to me a few moments ago that you didn't want this attention. No, you crave it, ma'am. And there is no one in this courtroom who would consider that to be anything other than the absolute truth. There are many things in my mind that are crystal clear about this case. You are no hero, you abused your position, and you're a charlatan who used and is still using your prior position in office to peddle a snake oil that's been proven to be junk time and time again. In your world.
He called her a charlatan. Now, I'm going to tell you something. When you're about to be sentenced by a judge, I don't think the word charlatan is something that you want to hear come out of the mouth of the judge. He literally called this woman a charlatan. And at one particular point in time, he says, no one is above the law. And I think he's sending a message not just to Donald Trump, but also to the Supreme Court. Because the Supreme Court has kind of fallen off of their rocker. They're just saying that the president has presidential immunity, so no matter what he does, he's just immune from prosecution, which is just weird to me. Like, it's just saying that he's some sort of god or something, which I don't understand. What's the point in having laws? And it just says to me that we're in a position and in a place now to where this privilege is going to allow these people to think that they could get away with whatever they want to get away with. And I'm just appalled by the whole notion of it. But it's an interesting case, you guys. And this lady was just nuts. And because they just peddling snake oil, and this judge wasn't having it.
So let's listen to the judge a little more before he imposes sentence.
About you. But at bottom, this case was about your corrupt conduct and how no one is above the law. No one in this country has absolute power. Your position as a clerk and recorder, a constitutional position, does not die.
I can't help but to think when he says no one in this country has absolute power.
That is him talking specifically to Donald Trump and to the Supreme Court. And he's in this guy says in this video, the Reverend says he's talking to Donald Trump, but I also believe he's talking to the Supreme Court because the Supreme Court has gone off the rocker.
I think that's what he was saying to the country right there. Let's go back.
And provide you with a means by which to do your own investigation, to not listen to the judiciary, to not listen to the executives higher than you, to not listen to the legislature who sets the law as it may be. This is nonsense. Our system of government can't function when people in government think that somehow, some way, the power they've been given is absolute in all respects. And that's where you fell. You have no respect for the checks and balances of government. You have no respect for this court. You have no respect for law enforcement. And you do not have respect for your fellow colleagues when you were a clerk and recorder who weren't lockstep in your beliefs. Period. Indeed, just weeks before trial, you were apparently doing what I mentioned earlier, that is, over at the clerk and recorder's office where you're not supposed to be, violating the protection order by speaking to employees of that entity with your camera crew in tow. You have no qualms with violating the court's orders because you're innocent, because you didn't do anything wrong. You were just doing your job. You have no problem trying to kick an officer. Your explanation about what happened is preposterous. It's on video. You have no problem lying to officers. It's happened multiple times. It's just no objective person believes them. No, at the end of the day, you cared about the jets, the podcasts, and the people fawning over you. You abdicated your position as a servant to the Constitution, and you chose you over all else. Yes, you are a charlatan, and you cannot help but lie as easy it is for you to breathe. You betrayed your oath for no one other than you. And this is what makes Miss Peter such a danger to our community. It's the position she held that has provided her the pulpit from which she can preach these lies. The undermining of our democratic process, the undermining of the belief and confidence in our election systems. It's not about questioning it. No one says you can't question, you can't ask. It's completely different. And if you don't understand I can say or do here today, that will change your mind.
And see, that's the thing that people have to understand. Nobody says you can't question the election. But to get into this whole denial part where you're just lying, you guys got to keep in mind, Fox News had to pay somewhere in the neighborhood of like $1 billion for all of that voter fraud machine crap that they were saying. Those people had to pay almost $1 billion. And this lady was tied up into all of this bull jive. And now she's on her way to jail for 9 years. And Lord, forgive me for laughing, but only thing I could think of when I heard the judge talk about this is the fact that this is somebody's grandma. It's somebody's grandmama. Somebody's grandmama on her way to jail for 9 years, you all. That don't even make no sense if you ask me. I'm just saying, this silver-haired lady is about to spend her golden years, the rest of her golden years. I'm sorry, behind bars. While Donald Trump is out here still peddling the lies and about to try and become the president of the United States. Here's another point. You better get your butt out here and vote. Don't take this lightly. Don't let this media tell you that Kamala is a couple points ahead and all this other stuff. Yeah. And listen what she did, Moni. From what I understand too, she physically assaulted a police officer. She like kicked him. You know, the lady, this is crazy. These people's crazy. Her name should be Karen, but she went over there with a crew after the judge had put in a protection order to keep her away. So she was defiant and she went over there anyway. That's why the judge said in his sentence, and he was like, you just defiant. You just gonna do what you want to do, how you want to do it. So he went and he imposed this sentence, and I tell you, this sentence was quite lovely.
So the damage that is caused and continue to be caused is just as bad, if not worse, than the physical violence that this court sees on an all too regular basis. And it's particularly damaging when those words come from someone who holds a position of influence like you. Every effort to undermine the integrity of our elections and public's trust in our institutions has been made by you. You've done it from that lectern the voting public provided you with. Everything you've done has been done to retain control, influence. The damage is immeasurable.
Again, this judge is talking.
Immeasurable. The judge says it's immeasurable what you've done. You can't even quantify what you've done, lady.
With her. And he's making a point to all of MAGA across the country. Bravo for this judge.
And every time it gets refuted, every time it's shown to be false, just another tale is weaved. So I'll begin by saying I've considered all of those purposes of staying of an execution of a sentence. I've mentioned all of them here generally in my comments already, and I find that a stay of any sentence I impose would be wholly unwarranted. All cases.
So right there, that's important. So he says, I have considered reasons why I should not execute sentence today.
And those reasons consist of the fact of if you have a mental disorder, if you have drug abuse, so the judge goes down this litany of reasons of why, he would consider staying off the stuff. Well, of course, this woman is privileged, as privilege will come. And so the judge lit her behind up.
Why I should not send you to prison. And he says, and it's based a lot on the way she conducted herself. It would be, and other things, not just the way she handled herself in court, but the fact, he mentioned that she violated a protective order.
Exactly. On appeal, no doubt. I'm at peace with all the decisions.
Watch this.
I'm at peace with all the decisions I've made here. If anything, I gave you and your counsel far too much leeway at times, but the rulings I made came after much consideration, incredible amounts of internal debate, and I trust in accordance with the applicable law. I consider the sentence here, in this case, what are available to me. Probation. Community corrections wasn't requested, but it wouldn't be an option in any event, and an incarcerative sentence to the Department of Corrections. Probation's focus is rehabilitation. That is, for folks who have minimal criminal histories, low LSI scores like you, Ms. Peters, but where punishment isn't really on the table. It's about putting someone back in the community who's not a risk and giving them a chance to correct those things that brought them before me in the first place. Community corrections, which again isn't available, but nevertheless I'll mention, is another option that I could still order. It's much more stringent than probation, but it's not prison. And it's for folks who have even higher needs. Again, drug addicts, alcohol abusers, and the like. And prison is for those folks where we send people who are a danger to all of us. Whether it be by the pen or the sword or the word of the mouth. Prison is where folks go, where punishment is what we're focused on, because the crime committed is so significant that anything less would unduly mitigate the seriousness of the same. I mentioned before there are no mental health concerns. There's no good reason why you're here, Ms. Peters, other than
the judge said there's no mental concerns, but 69-year-old woman who's out here peddling election lies, somewhere in my mind, I'm thinking she is a little off. Like, something ain't right with this lady. Like, lady, something is not right with you.
These are all the active decisions that you made that cost our county significantly, but also, more importantly, cost you greatly. Mr. Wood, all the members of the county who worked and trusted you when you asked them to do things that they did on your behalf. It's part of your lies. The expense, the toll is immeasurable. So putting you on probation when you have zero needs that would be met by probation is the very definition of unduly depreciating the significance of what it is that you've done here.
Wow.
The harm that you've caused our community and continue to cause. Community corrections is the same. So prison is the only place that duly meets the purposes of sentencing in this matter. And therefore the sentence and judgment of the court is as follows. As to counsel.
All right, and so
he goes on to sentence her to 9 years in in jail. That's all I'm saying. Bye bye, Granny. So Granny went bye bye for 9 years. That's the only thing I can say on that note. But she's crazy, and these people out here peddling all of this stuff, and they still peddling these lies. And I'm just saying, something is wrong with that lady. I'm sorry, something is mentally off with the lady. Something has to be mentally off with this woman. I don't care what y'all say, something is off with the lady. Something's got to be off with her, because she's just no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Something is definitely off with her. And speaking of something being mentally off, let me share my screen here. Let's share this so we can get this done. Apparently Bridget Hilliard decided that she wanted to come out and make some sort of statement on her, and I'm gonna blow this up so we can read it, or try to read it. Now listen at this. Bridget Hilliard is nuts, and if you don't know about the Bridget Hilliard story, I'll put a link somewhere down in the description below. I've made several videos on the channel. You can just watch them and go back. But let's see what she says here. Now this is the craziness of these people. We are blessed to report that Pastor Bridget is continuing to live her SPA, stress, pain, and anxiety-free life in Florida. So now they have an acronym for her situation. Now, you know, something is mentally off with you when you have to try to come up with an acronym to explain the tomfoolery that you guys are doing, right? So now she puts this response up, and she says, many of you have inquired about how to sow into Pastor's Bridget life. Why are many of you trying to sow into this lady's life when her and her husband are millionaires? Or they should be. And if they're not millionaires, shame on them, because they're definitely selling $1 million worth of property, and divesting themselves of property and etc. And she's over there in Florida in another property. So apparently somebody's doing okay. It says here, if you feel led to give, you can do so by using the options below. Pastor B is excited to continue the impactful work of the B Girls Foundation. To contribute specifically to these efforts, please use the Givelify details provided below. What does B Girls Foundation stand for, Bridget? Does that stand for Beatdown Foundation? Does that stand for Bathroom Shower Bust You in the Forehead Foundation? What does the B in the B Girls Foundation stand for? I'm confused. Does it sound for Bridget? Is that what it's supposed to be for, Bridget? Or Bathroom Shower Door Hit You in the Forehead, according to you? Or maybe Big Bubba of a husband tried to knock the heck out you? What is the B Club Foundation, Auntie Bridget? So explain that to me. What's going on, Auntie Bridget? I don't get it. This doesn't make any sense to me. Then she says, your continued prayers and heartfelt generosity are a testament to God's faithfulness. Listen here, you know what would be a real testament to God's faithfulness? If we just didn't have to really deal with none of y'all no more. I'm just saying. It would be nice if y'all could stop with this Americanized version of Christianity. I've had enough of it, and it just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know. I can't speak for the rest of you, but that is definitely how I feel, and it gets to be quite annoying. And it frustrates me to the point to where I don't even be liking to deal with the situation, because I feel like these people are absolutely insane. They're absolutely insane. And it's kind of crazy to even think about it. But that's what Bridget wants y'all to do. She wants y'all to donate to her and wants y'all to deal with it. Auntie Bridget is a whole mess. That's all I'm saying. Let me see what Judith said. Epstein said he tried to get the dirt on Trump, but he said he wouldn't take the bait. No way Trump was a part of Diddy's drug orgies. Well, here who knows if he was or wasn't, Judith, because I don't know. So if folks are lying about that, I mean, it is what it is. And come on, Judith, there's so much speculation going out here with all of these people right now. You got to be kidding me. And let me show you what I mean. Let me show you what I mean. these people will not leave this situation alone with TD Jakes and P. Diddy. This is a post that TD Jakes made September the 2nd of 2022. He says, I take pride in building meaningful relationships and partnerships to impact audiences beyond my direct reach. Thank you, Diddy, for sharing your platform, which allows us to bring hope to millions around the world. Here's what folks have done. They have taken this photograph and they have taken this so-called association and they have ran amok with it. On the internet says TD Jakes was at a Diddy party in a thong holding on to a peach cobbler. I mean, it's just all kinds of weird stuff that I've seen and I've heard about this Diddy situation. Let me just say this, and the reason why I wanted to talk about Diddy, and let's bring this up as well since I'm here now. People are supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. That's part of the thing that we supposedly in America, pride ourselves on, or we used to pride ourselves on, is that, in America, we didn't just assume you were guilty. We said, okay, you're innocent until proven guilty. But here's another thing that I want to say. I don't know if our judicial system reflects the fact that you're innocent until proven guilty. And the reason why I say that is because if you're supposed to be presumed to be innocent until you're proven guilty, then why do you lock a person away if they haven't murdered anyone? Why would you lock a person away without allowing them to work on their defense and properly defend themselves? um um but it's just very interesting to me. But I don't like this whole association that folks have made with him, and this whole Diddy situation is actually quite strange to me. And so it's very, very strange, very, very strange to me. And I'm just of the opinion, you guys, that you're supposed to be innocent until you're proven guilty, and that's just me. I'm sorry to say, that's just me. That's how I get down. I know some people don't get down like that, but that is most certainly how I get down. I think you're supposed to be innocent until you're proven guilty, right? You're not supposed to be guilty until other people say that you're innocent. You're supposed to be that way. We have Marvin Winans here, Pastor Marvin Winans. From what I understand, yesterday they were supposed to raise, I believe, over $1 million or something for this building project. I'm sending out, putting my feelers out there. So all of you out there in the Detroit area, y'all need to let me know whether he raised that $1 million. Now, here's my thing. Marvin has been singing gospel music for I don't know how long. I don't understand why you and your whole singing family just did not do one big old tour. Why y'all don't go out as a family to help support you and support the ministry? Sell some tickets and use all the proceeds to finish building this stupid building that you're building. And I proved to you guys in another video that he lied on God, talking about God told him to build this stuff. It's just a very interesting situation. Lady D Wisdom says, what? Bishop is accused of bad behavior because he rejected the men of God while proudly supporting Jakes. Well, whomever he rejected and whomever he's supporting is coming back. That's a fact. That's a fact. And so many people look like that dude. Get ready, get ready, get ready. But yeah, I mean, if you're supposed to be raising $1 million for this monstrosity, let me show y'all what this. Now, because he's already erected the building. Now, here's the crazy part of this. He's already erected the building. The building is up. So you can't say he put the building up. So the building is literally up right now. Let me find this. Here it is. The building is up. Okay, he's put the building up. So the shell of the building is up. Okay. And so he's got this building up, but it's as hollow as a Christmas log, or shall I say, well, yeah, I'll leave that alone. But this is the shell of the building. So they've already put all of these millions of dollars into this building. And if you guys, I did a video on my channel and you have to go back and find it. this church is surrounded by one of the most devastated communities. The last video that I put out, one of the videos I put out on the channel, I took you inside the community where I can show you the surrounding homes and the surrounding stuff that's around this. This is like Armageddon. It's like trying to build up a church in the middle of Armageddon. I don't understand why he would do this. I don't understand. This is just stupid. And you're wasting money. You're just wasting millions of dollars just so you could say that you build a church. I don't get it. I don't get it. But apparently, ladies and gentlemen, he's supposed to be raising $1 million. If y'all know some folks over there in Detroit, y'all send me a text message and let me know if he raised it. I should have logged online to see whether he raised the money yesterday. But even if he raises the money, it's just not using good wisdom. It just doesn't make any sense the way that they're doing this. Makes no sense whatsoever on how they're, building up this stuff and dealing with all of this stuff. And they do love building these buildings. They absolutely do. They absolutely love building these buildings. And it's just ridiculous to me. And I can never understand why those folks are doing that. I really can't. I really can't. And this is just my little impromptu live today because I definitely wanted to come in and just share some thoughts. But I had to share with you guys that video of that lady. She got sentenced to, the 69-year-old lady got sentenced to 9 years in jail. Essentially, she's probably going to go, she's probably going to die there. Well, you know what? You're probably right. You're probably right because of the tax breaks. So you're probably 100% correct. Absolutely. You're absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. You're 100% correct. I can't even say you're not. I can't even say you're not. But it's just a very different type of situation here. So I just really wanted you guys to see that video and so that you guys could see that lady. So, and make sure that you do go and vote because the voting is going to be very important as far as what we're doing here over the next couple of months and years. Because I'm so prayerful that this man will not win this election. But there's so many dummies in the world, and you keep running into people who keep saying the stupidest things when it comes to this man. I'm just like, I don't get it. I maybe because I read too much and I study too much, but it doesn't make any sense. You know what? You are absolutely correct. Now that I believe. Now that I totally believe. But you know what, Lady Wisdom? I've been saying that for 14 years. I told these people 14 years ago that the whole structure of church was going to change. That's what the church folk revolution was doing. And, that's when they was calling us demons and all this stuff. And now everybody meeting online, which I find hilarious. And now they got 19 ways for you to give digitally. I find that hilarious. But that's just me. That's just me. Building churches and have no schools, and yeah, a lot of them don't. But I think Marvin, I don't know, but I think he has a preparatory academy or something. I think so. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I agree. Yeah, this is a monstrosity. This makes no sense to me whatsoever. None whatsoever. And I mean, he should really be thinking about the type of money that he's spending to build this kind of stuff, right? And so yeah. Yeah. But that's just kind of my thoughts on that. And I definitely wanted to share that. So between Bridget Hilliard, I want you to give her some money. Now, let's tell the truth about Bridget. Let's tell the truth. And I want y'all to tell me in the chat, do you think that her and her husband are still together, or do you think this is the way that her and her husband have decided to sort of separate without telling the world they're separating? Because this is the strangest of behaviors for Bridget Hilliard and Ivy Hilliard. And I don't know, maybe they're still together, or maybe she's suffering some sort of mental trauma. But I kind of feel like they're separating. I don't know. And if they're not separating, it's kind of weird, because how you going to tell the world, I mean, emphatically, well, I'm moving to Florida and I will become a permanent resident of Florida. She didn't say, we will becoming a present, a permanent resident of Florida. So it's kind of weird to me. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think, because I think the whole thing is weird. That's just my personal opinion, and you guys will have to prove me wrong. And maybe they will prove me wrong, but I just, something about the two of them is not agreeing, and something about this is not agreeing. It's sticking in my spirit. And well, you might be right. Now you might be right, because something ain't right with this whole situation. Maybe that's how she got that hematoma on her forehead. According to her, she got hit in the shower. He got hit with the shower door. I know that's right. I don't know and don't care either. This is just makes for good conversation. And that's what we do over here. We talk about it. But I really do believe that, they're separated. I don't think the two of these people are together. I just don't. That's just me. That's just that. I don't believe it. I really don't. All right. I really don't. That's just me. But those are just my thoughts. Keep in mind, guys, make sure you turn on your bell notifications, because you don't never know when I'm going to go live to talk about something. But make sure y'all turn on y'all bell notifications. I didn't want to keep y'all. I know some of y'all still at work. How many of you at work? If you still at work, put a 1 in the chat. Or if you're not at work, put a 2 in the chat. Because I didn't believe I could, that so many people would log on this, in the middle of the day like this. I know a lot of you might be on the East Coast. Somebody said I got to pay my own bills. Veronica, I'm with you on that. And let's speak about a couple of things. Let me tell y'all a couple of things. Let me give you some announcements. One of the things is this month is a very crucial month for me, because I have one bill that I have to pay, that once that bill is paid, it's going to free up about $400 a month for me to spend on this channel. So I can do my giveaways again, and I'll be able to do all my stuff like I used to be able to do it as well. So yes. So that will be really, really, really cool. And I'll be able to give some stuff away and give you guys some gift certificates and some stuff like that. So I can't wait, because y'all know I love to give you guys stuff and to support you guys. Now, how many of you in the chat, just let me know if you are a new content creator or you're somebody who's starting a YouTube channel. Let me know in the chat. Let me know. Just make a note, or put something down, a link to your channel down below in the comment section of this video when this video is uploaded, because I want to know who supports this channel and you're starting to create content, because I have some giveaways that I want to do for you guys as well. Well, you're starting another channel, Negro. You already got one channel. You ain't starting no new. I already have 3 channels, St. James, and I'm about to start another one, because let me tell you what's about to happen. Well, I'm not going to tell y'all that. I got to save that. That's going to be a surprise for y'all later. This Negro. You listen. Those of us who create content, we create content, but I want to help some new content creators. I got some stuff I want to give away to you guys. I got some microphones. I got some whole bunch of stuff. I got a lot of stuff I'm gonna be giving away. Once we get some stuff, yeah, only moderators can post links in the live chat. But when the video is over, if you have a YouTube channel, just post your link to your YouTube channel in the comment section and let me know. Somebody said, I'm coming. I'm recreating. I'm coming back with an Ask a Food Stamp Medicaid casework. Okay, that might work. That might work. Yeah, that might work. Thank you so much, Chanel. I just try to keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? I just try to be myself and tell the truth. Uncle Fred said I started one, but have yet to use it. Uncle Fred, your channel need to be on how to get all the senior discounts, because Uncle Fred be serious about them senior discounts. And I respect it, because Uncle Fred don't be playing about them senior discounts. He surely does not. Oh, Lord. And I didn't even realize I had this up on my screen. I'm showing y'all all my work. And that's that software that I just use. That's another little software that I use and I teach people to use. But yeah, I'm going to leave that alone. I forgot I even had that up because y'all get to see all the stuff I done downloaded because I be keeping track of all sorts of stuff. But anyway. All right. But yeah, I got a lot of announcements I'll be making throughout the rest of the week. I got a lot of stuff I'm gonna be giving away. So y'all just keep it locked on the channel. We've been on here for about an hour. I didn't want to keep you guys. I wanted to just keep it light, keep it tight. And if you guys support the channel and you like me coming on this early, I'll definitely try to keep some good content coming in the middle of the day like this. So I appreciate you guys. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you have not yet to subscribe. I believe I've covered the people I wanted to talk about today: Bridget Hilliard, P. Diddy, Donald Trump, as well as Marvin Winans. I have talked about what I wanted to talk about today, and I was able to get those things off my chest. So make sure if you are a supporter, purchase a membership. Make sure that's a great way that you can support the channel. Make sure you hit us up on Cash App. The moderators have put that information on the screen. That helps me to continue to make great content. Now I got to get back to work. All right. I love and appreciate you guys. Thank y'all so very much. And I will see you on the very next episode. Thanks so much. And I'll see you guys on the next show.
Mad Church Disease, a channel that's all about current events, news, and Christian drama. A channel that's dedicated to our forgotten brothers and sisters throughout the ages. Our brothers and sisters who courageously stepped outside the safe bounds of institutional Christianity to tell the truth. A channel whose goal is to help the average person understand that Jesus plus nothing is everything. So like, comment, subscribe, and smash the notifications button to be a part of this channel.